We've got strong global presence there. The hero still does a lot of damage, but it still feels like they're existing in the last meta right now, in the
Well,
last patch.
a little bit, and it really does depend on where this gyro is going, right? Because this was Excel's 5-position hero, right? That he used to run a lot. We talked to No Ping at the time. Panda Boo was talking about how they took the 5-position gyrocopter from the likes of Infamous, who were running it constantly in Excel with a lot of success. So could be a support gyro. We could be seeing a support Tiny. We could be seeing a support Weaver, support Silencer. I mean, all of these heroes are pretty flexible right now in the current meta. So you don't really know a lot about where they're going to be headed, which does give some strength to the Infamous draft.
10 seconds.
That is true. Weaver, you're not really sure where that one goes either. I mean, we've seen this mostly run in the offlane, right? We've been watching Infamous. We see Weaver on the offlane, they pick up a quick Spirit Vessel. Usually does pretty good in lane, runs people down.
Yeah, that's what Sacred's been doing for the most part on the team. But we have seen the likes of 4 Zoomers take it to the 4 position there for Z-Freak. So it's definitely possible that this is a support Weaver, but it has been Sacred's hero for sure.
It is Radiant spam.
And then picked up next. I mean, both teams don't really have any frontliners at this point. Snapfire isn't able to do it. Undying, Lina, Luna. Tiny can frontline for his team, but you need someone to dangle here, Ricky. That's what we're lacking.
Big fan of those. Luna.
Luna's not a dangler.
No, I'm saying like Luna is just like a solid pick, but yeah, Infamous does need someone to sit in the front here. They need a tanky hero. I would guess we're going to be seeing the Kunkka ban here, most likely from Lava. It's a very, very Infamous hero. Get rid of the life stealer, actually. So they're actually maybe just anticipating a Tiny mid and Excel on the 5-position gyro.
Yeah. And again, you do kind of need a frontliner carry. You said that it'll strengthen this lineup is the fact that you can move around Tiny, the gyrocopter, and the Weaver. I still think that's options for Infamous. Infamous and No Ping both played very flexible with their drafts, and Lava, they tend to just pick their heroes, lock them into what position they're getting to begin with. But yeah, I think they'd be most concerned about that life stealer, especially with the lineup they've got so far. Snapfire, Undying, and Lina struggling to do much damage to that hero in the early game. They might even get rid of the Juggernaut next. We'll see. Well, they have a lot of reserve time left here on Infamous. They get rid of the Legion Commander themselves, so I guess they're worried. If they're worried about
Legion Beastmaster Legion, that's like Juggernaut.
Anti-Mage. I think Anti-Mage. Anti-Mage, Juggernaut, Slaughter would probably
I mean, none of these heroes are like that good into the Luna, though, is the problem.
5 seconds remain. Radiant's turn.
They banned the puck.
Yeah.
I guess they are just not bad into the gyrocopter if they want to run the 1-position gyro, but yeah, the thing is like I have no clue where these Infamous heroes are going. Like they can move them around so much. I feel like they do need a tanky mid laner here. I think Kunkka is the one that comes to mind, but you're against what's most likely going to be Alina mid, which is not a super fun experience.
I don't know, man. I'm thinking they pick up a carry last here on Infamous. I don't think they're going to pull a gotcha on you. I think this is going to be position 5 gyrocopter. They're stuck inside the last patch. They have been playing a lot of pubs, though, all these players. I know Alone climbed to like second or third on the leaderboards recently in North America. While everyone else was away at the International. I think Leo, Alone, and... Okay, never mind. They picked up the Dawnbreaker last. Now, this could also go a number of places. We saw it the International. Thompson ended up playing this one mid.
I think that's offlane. I think that's your offlane hero, and they're going to take Weaver safe lane and Tiny mid, maybe? Man, I don't know. This is such a mess. Like, all of these heroes can pretty much go anywhere. You just assume Silencer is going to be a support, but the rest of them are just... I don't know. At this point, if you're Lava, you're just like, all right, well, we'll just pick something that works with our draft, you know?
Yeah. 50 seconds left. Yeah, I wouldn't worry too much about trying to counter out the enemies here. I'd try to come up with your own strategy at this point.
You just need an initiator from the offlane.
Yeah, or somebody that can get people off. That is not the... I don't know what this drafting is, man.
I'm with Undying.
Very easy.
Yeah, it's a core Undying.
Yeah, position 3. I mean, it's decent. I like running 3 Undying in my games, but
that's a one position Dawnbreaker.
Yes.
That is a one position. Hold on. Let me just double check that I'm not losing my mind.
Yes.
Yeah, that is Lumiere. One position
Correct.
Dawnbreaker. It is still Sacred Weaver, which we are familiar with. We're seeing Excel on the 5 position.
Sir Michael 4 Tiny. That is correct. You got it right.
That's mid gyro?
Do you not believe in the position 1 Dawnbreaker?
No, this hero doesn't scale. I don't understand why you would do this.
I mean, maybe they're switching around who's playing what position, but
all right, whatever. I'm on lava.
It does scale.
I'm on lava. I'm on lava. That's all I'm saying.
You're on lava? They've got no front line.
That doesn't matter.
What do you mean it doesn't matter?
They have a core Undying. They have front line.
We want to make a friendly bet on this, Ricky? If I'm correct, then you have to go to games certain video store and get me the code for a shiny Pokemon that's happening right now in the United States.
The hell is a shiny Pokemon now?
You know what a shiny Pokemon is? Don't give me that. Please.
This has to be some of the most bizarre drafts we have seen in a while, but I'm here for it.
No, I'm just trying to get you to do an errand for me. I need another code.
Are they like limited or something? Can you only get like one? Or
yeah,
what?
Yeah, you can only get one per person.
Did you already have one?
Yeah.
So why do you need another?
Because I want to.
Oh my god.
Don't make this more difficult than it needs to be, Ricky.
All right.
All right, we got a deal. What do you want if you're correct? There's no way they win without a front liner, though.
I don't know, man. I really don't.
It's boring.
I'm gonna say
Is Tiny just gonna walk at people?
If
they're not gonna be able to do anything about it.
If I'm correct, you have to get Lost Ark and play Lost Ark with me.
I don't know what that is, but deal.
Nice.
Oh wait, no, we had a conversation about this last night. It's that Korean MMO.
It's the Korean MMO that's coming to the West. Beta starts tomorrow.
I'm gonna be traveling tomorrow, though. I guess I gotta
Neph,
cancel.
you just promised you have to cancel all your plans. Like, I don't know.
Oh no. I'm not getting refunds on anything. I'm trying to use all that, you know, BTS money, the L dollars.
Oh,
Shout out to LD, paying for my trips.
I refer to them as L bucks.
Ah, nice. Big fan. Excited to go on a second trip. And this is probably the last I'm going to be going on a while before DPC season starts.
Yeah, I got a lot of stuff going on my shelf, so we'll see.
And then we'll play some Lost Ark. And eventually Dota 2.
When's the finals for this tournament? When is this? How long does this go on?
It's on the 14th.
Oof. Okay.
The playoffs are going to run from the 10th until the 14th.
Okay, that's pretty quick.
5-day playoffs. 9th is going to be the dark day for us. No games going on that day. I think if there's any tiebreakers or games somehow get pushed back, they'll be sorted out to November 9th. But other than that, this is the only day the tournament's not going to be running. The SEA playoffs, those ones run from the 10th into the 14th as well.
Can we refer to the dark day as the day of Black Sun?
Yeah, sure.
Nice.
The day of the Black Sun. If that makes you happy, buddy.
It does. It makes me very happy. Thank you. Shout out to all the people who know the reference.
The true heroes of
the real fans.
All right. Hopefully we see a little bit of action happening at the ruins, but both teams playing pretty far away from each other, so we won't see anyone level the wrong abilities and try to trade with each other here. We saw that in the previous game, Shankey getting burst like level 1, but he did get the bounty rune because of it.
Value, you know, it worked out.
Yeah. So in the top lane, the Luna Ogre Magi combination isn't going to be as strong as like Luna plus a range hero. You don't get to take advantage of Luna blessing quite the same way, but you're not going to really be able to stick any harass onto MJZ. He does deal with the Weaver pretty well. High HP regen on this hero, 7 base armor. The man's thick.
I am just confused, to be real with this. Like I don't quite understand the one position Dawnbreaker. I think they're gonna have a lot of fun with it, but I think it's severely gonna backfire.
You don't believe?
I do not believe in a one position Dawnbreaker. I really don't. I'm a hater here.
This hero that's got a passive crit ability.
Have you looked at the numbers on the crit?
Yeah, at 15 they're pretty good.
Smells a bit gamey, huh?
What is it, plus 40%? Oh, okay, yeah, I guess with the crit damage at 15, that's not bad.
You didn't see what Thompson did to
Quincy Crew?
Quincy Crew.
I didn't.
TI.
I refuse to believe that game happened.
Yeah. He like one-shot Quinn with like later in the game when he picked up a double damage in with that crit. It was absolutely insane.
Huh. I would not have anticipated that. I just...
Yeah.
Okay.
This is a TI game-winning strategy is for Dawnbreaker. Of course, it was in the mid lane and not in the safe lane. But this hero does a lot of damage once it hits level 2 as well. So right now, you might not realize it, but Frank is killable right now.
You're saying Lumiere is basically in the hyperbolic time chamber, just getting ready.
Moo is just dead.
Oh, Moose, yeah, in trouble. Oh, he actually might be saved by the tombstone, and yeah, gives him just enough distance to walk away, and they're going to turn around onto Excel here. First Blood's going to go the way, well, an anticlimactic First Blood as he dies to the creeps, but either way ends up working out. Frank denying his tombstone there.
Yeah, I mispronounced Excel pretty hard there.
Yeah, that was a weird. It sounded like you said Moose, but I know what you were trying to say was Excel.
Yeah. Speech impediment, yeah.
Just a slip of the tongue, you know?
Yeah. It looked like they had him there, but yeah, Fairy Fire, Magic Stick. And now he's healed back up to full. Unfortunately, didn't manage to connect that last Starbreaker because of the cookie, like you mentioned. No. We look elsewhere in the mid lane. We do have an opportunity to look at the mid lane. People want to go at each other. Bottom close, yeah. In the mid lane, going on Leo style here.
Yeah, nice toss back all the way to the tower. Leo style hits him with a light striker ray, so it looks like he is going to be all right. Well played there, but a good rotation from Michael. Well, this is one of the things that Michael does so well, is constantly getting these rotations off. Top lane, Sacred Zed, I think, for this. Yeah, that rotation in the mid lane cost him his MJZ. Just make sure to have a sentry down and Fire Blast up that Weaver.
Yeah, they didn't even get the kill off onto Leo style. I mean, it's unfortunate that when he tossed him back, he had the entire creep wave under him, so the Rocket Bra is being distributed to everybody. No hard damage from the Lina, and Leo style managed to land that stun, but this is one of his better heroes, Alina. Hard to play against him on this one. Man is very good with the Blade Trigger is. Happy to see him back home.
Is there really any hero that Leo style isn't good on?
That's true. Maybe other than the ones he was playing at the International this year.
Maybe.
The dire scan on the hunt.
It was very sad to see. Thunder Predator was like actually one of my favorite teams going into it. I didn't think they'd perform that well, but I wanted to see them at least like get more matches in and play on the main stage.
Yeah, that was a rough one.
Sad.
I agree.
Now they're back with a new sponsor, though. I didn't get a chance to chat to them too much inside the lobby. I just said both teams undefeated. MJZ just hit me. Question mark? We're on a losing streak, bro.
Oh no.
I was undefeated this tournament so far, though, right, man?
True, true.
Just like, okay, yeah.
No, you don't.
Leo style almost finds a kill on Alone in the mid lane. Oh, they're gonna actually just toss in Alone. The Avalanche, the Rocket Barrage, press the missile that's coming. Are they gonna go for the dive? Oh, nice cheapy in from MJZ. They're gonna try and turn around Light Striker Ray, just being pump faked, waiting to go, and he will end up finding the kill there.
Hot enough for you?
I think Michael might have been able to finish off Leo style if he had stayed there, soaked up some of the tower hits. But you know, Alina already with a pretty big advantage. She does have to walk all the way back to base. This gives Michael a chance to get a little bit of XP for himself. I think he still would have died there on gyrocopter regardless. It's hard to say.
Wow, I just watched
Not a good
Dawnbreaker
start.
crit for a whole 78. That was impressive.
He's only got 1 point in it.
Very
Don't make
impressive.
fun of
Very
him.
good crit. Cool.
He's also missing strength right now, okay? He's getting decayed. Don't bully him.
I'm gonna like hate on this Dawnbreaker until I see it actually net something here. Mid lane alone, in trouble getting dove. MJZ wanted to get underneath the tower, but almost dies to it. Forced to salve to keep himself alive.
Yeah, he does get out alone, not having the best time, but elsewhere.
Huh? They managed to find the kill bottom.
Would you look at that? The Dawnbreaker carry.
That was I don't know what you're talking about. I see the kill going the way of Excel here, so I don't know. I
see.
anything.
Yeah. Makes sense. My bad. I need to get my eyes checked. That's why I'm wearing glasses.
This is true.
Alone gets gone on melted in the mid lane.
That was a lot of
Laguna Blade
heroes.
coming out.
Is that Laguna? It was, okay. Sacred actually just caught a Light Shark Array right away. Wanting to go in here on Sacred, but they don't really have the damage. They will go ahead and toss MJZ underneath the tower, but once again, this Ogre is so tanky. 8 armor. Just walks away. And you pulled 2 more heroes here to the mid lane.
Yeah. I mean, Lava looking like they're in good form right now. Punishing Infamous for some of these movements to the other lanes, then just diving alone again and again. They're able to get away with it because these TPs are on cooldown, or other people are sitting at pretty low mana. Luna sitting at the top of the CS chart right now. Kitaro, 3,300 net worth, so 500 ahead of the Dawnbreaker. And I will say that it is not going to be easy for the Dawnbreaker to catch up to the Luna in farm. Starbreaker does farm pretty quickly. It's only got 11-second cooldown. But you need to put the 4 points into the Starbreaker to get that. Right now, he's maxing out Celestial Hammer to be able to trade with these people and harass them out of lane.
I feel like Celestial Hammer is definitely your farming ability. Like, I'm pretty sure it...
Starbreaker.
You think so?
Yeah, you clear out a camp instantly with Starbreaker. It's 80 mana, 11-second cooldown.
Oh, okay. Top lane. Gyro is going to go ahead and find the Ogre Magi there. The toss to help secure this, and they will finally net themselves their first kill here onto the Gyrocopter, who is struggling. I mean, he's still level 6 versus Leo Style, level 7 on his way to 8.
He is, yeah, but, he got killed like a couple of times, dove under his tower. He had to sit super far back for a little while.
Is Frank going Meteor Hammer?
He is.
Hell yes. This is what I love to see. Top lane Kitaro ganked by the Solar Guardian as they're able to find the kill there onto that Luna. They're going to lose their bottom tower for this, though.
Yeah. Gonna be made even easier thanks to this Meteor Hammer. Now, Sacred does have his initial earn charges off of that kill there, so start playing more aggressive elsewhere. They're gonna try to take top, but this is going to be much slower without a Meteor Hammer or a little Shredder to work with. Lumiere and Sacred gonna work on this one together.
There it is. Frank's got the tower. I mean, if he had Tombstone up, he could come top, but without it, it's really scary. They still have a pretty substantial gold lead here on the side of Lava. I mean, all 3 cores are at the top of the net worth here. And Leo Style being #1 on the Lina is very scary.
Man's going to pump out a lot of damage. He's going straight for Boots of Travel as well, so he's going to be able to respond to any sort of split push that they try to pull here on Infamous. 400 gold and we'll have that one done. Sacred, he's trying to finish up the Spirit Vessel. I mean, it's pretty important to stop the saves coming out from Undying. And if he's actually, Undying has got no points into Soul Rip so far. He's maxed out to K. I like this build. I mean, you're playing against a strength hero in the mid lane. You just want to be able to trade with him, sap his strength, break looking back.
Well, Decay is your farming ability as a core Undying now.
It's awesome.
Toss out alone. Is going to drop that missile. And that is a 4-point rocket barrage, just shredding this Luna. MJZ comes in, unable to really offer too much assistance, but does get the ignite off. Might be able to rotate around, but Frank, not fast enough. But yeah, with the changes to Undying and the way Decay works, well, real quick, Michael should be dead here. Nice fire blast in from MJZ as well. He's gonna go ahead and net himself a double kill. Sacred drops the bugs, but needs to be careful. He's out of mana. He doesn't have the time lapse. Sacred goes down. Underestimating the mana cost on that swarm.
Yeah. Went way too deep there. Was not able. Didn't have an exit strategy. So they cleaned up. I caught 3 kills, in fact, after losing Gustavo originally. Gyrocopter at the very least didn't end up going down, and but still, now 5k net worth here on Alina here at 10 minutes in. They put the pressure here on the mid tower. I don't. Are they gonna be able to defend this one?
Yeah, they will. At least until Frank decides to go drop the meteor hammer on it in the next wave.
Yep. Yeah, it's in deny range now, and I think they might just be better off denying the tower. Frank is going to get over here eventually, and if he's not able to walk right up to it, he's just going to wrap around the trees to do it.
Eager to know Dire's whereabouts.
He's going elsewhere for now.
Radiant with a nice scan there. Actually going to protect Lumiere here in the top lane, who is working towards what looks like an Echo Saber. On his way there, has the Oblivion Staff completed, just needs to get to that Ogre Axe.
Yeah, strength damage, the double attack, it allows you to get closer to your luminosity. Also allows you to slow the heroes down when you hit the Starbreaker. So usually ensuring that you get the stun off from the last wipe with it.
Neph, do you remember the change to Undying's Decay? What made him core? Oh, top lane moves?
Yes.
It used to do half damage to creeps, right?
Yeah. No, it used to do regular damage to creeps, but no strength drain. Now it does double damage to creeps.
Oh, is that what it was?
Yeah. So it's Decay will right now do 220 damage. So he just did that to the range creep down the bottom lane.
Oh, wow, interesting.
Yep.
Dire should look to their
And it'll be improved once he gets level 10. He gets an extra 55 decay damage. On creeps, it's an extra 110 damage.
Ah.
So he's going to be able to insta-kill range creeps with it.
top tower.
I wish that was in the tooltip somewhere. That'd be cool.
You're either good or you're bad.
That is true. Those are really the only 2 options, huh?
If you know, you know, man. They have done a pretty good job of letting you know how all the spells work and the tiny little mechanics in them over the years. Before, it's like, yeah, this spell works in this weird niche way, or it wouldn't even mention that something stunned somebody, or how long it had stunned somebody for.
Or like when they added the Void Bruling to Primal Split, and it had no tooltip at all.
Yeah.
And then they added the tooltip, and it just says silences, or it just says disarms. And it's like,
Yeah.
What does that mean? For how long? Does it do damage?
If you know, you know, man.
It's good stuff.
If it was an ability draft, it would be a little. They would have fixed the tooltips.
That's
I know
true.
that one janitor plays a lot of ability drafts, so it cleans up the game mode and the abilities of what they do.
The hero we don't deserve.
Yeah. But for actual like gameplay stuff, he's not touching that shit.
Well, Frank on his way to an Aghanim Scepter, and he's not going to be that far off. Like, his timing is going to be pretty good. As he's managed to take down 2 towers, and he's going to lumber his way back to the bottom lane. Continue applying pressure here. Meanwhile, Sacred top lane has a Spirit Vessel completed on the way to his Aghanim Scepter. A fantastic pickup, of course, for the Weaver.
Yeah,
Where are we at on Lumiere? He's going a Radiance, Neph. How do you feel?
Alright, this isn't part of the standard position Dawnbreaker build. At least I don't think. I don't know what the standard position 1 Dawnbreaker build is.
I was going to ask, what is the standard position when Dawnbreaker build? Because
It's definitely Echo Saber. I can tell you that much.
Okay, I'm with you there. Bottom lane, Frank pops the ult, gets jumped on here by Sacred and Michael, trying to keep himself alive. He's just beating down the Tiny, but not gonna be able to find the kill. Just gonna go for the TP out. Oh my god, almost makes it, but the Sakuchi.
No, he died in base. That was the last tick to
The Arcane Curse then, yeah.
Dire's top tower is in danger.
not bad. Leo style. He doesn't care about Lumiere over here. He just keeps on clicking away at the top tower. This is gonna come out onto him though.
And it's gone.
Yeah, and
Lose though, speaking of being gone, might be next. Nice call down comes through. Gonna be able to catch the Snapfire. Leo style is gonna be safe here, but they will go ahead and take that kill.
middle tower
Yeah,
Alone
MJZ
is
just
in
making-
trouble. He's got the magic weakness, and MJZ is here. The Laguna Blade comes out. Dragon Slave as well. Lumiere unable to save him, and MJZ. There's no way you go for this. Oh, okay. Leo Styles deepling out. You can't go for this. And there will be the kill. Nicely done.
There he goes. This Sacred Relic, this Radiance is going to come out incredibly slowly. I don't think this is the play. He felt a little bit underwhelming there on Lumiere in that fight. I think if he was going for more items, he'd be a little bit more useful. But they can kind of just walk away from it at the moment.
for enemy.
I wouldn't mind seeing, like, I don't know, Heaven's Halberd here against the Luna, but that item doesn't really give you enough damage either.
Like, I see carry Luna, who's just farming and pulling away, and then I look at carry Dawnbreaker, and I'm like, yeah, one of these is not like the other. All right, bottom lane in the river. They will be able to find Moose here. He goes down. Frank as well in trouble. They drop the Global Silence. Is Sacred on the back line, giving so much damage and vision out thanks to these bugs. Will stun him up underneath the tower. Frank gonna be able to walk away first, but these Spirit Vessel charges are doing work, and he will get picked off here by the Weaver. Avalanche toss from Michael's gonna find the Ogre as well. They take down 3.
You know, opting not even to try to defend that one, still working on the BKB. I think just needs the recipe now.
They're gonna find Kataro. Sacred's here. The bugs and the vessel, the toss forward Kataro. He's got an Eclipse if he wants to use it.
There is little hope for Dire's middle
There's not a lot of health left, or not a lot of mana left on this Weaver. I'm surprised he didn't pop it.
Dire's middle tower is
I mean, I think he just would have time lapse there. Actually, he's out of wand charges. He's probably gonna pop it there and kill him. Maybe he didn't check the mana as he was getting run at there. That's probably what it was. Didn't realize that Weaver was all out. Another shawl now found for the Dawnbreaker. Would be a nice item for Gyrocopter or maybe Michael. Blow people up easier.
A nice win there, though, for Infamous. They do lose their top tower to Leo style, but they get the mid tower and several kills. It's a 4-man smoke, though, here, and they're going to follow up Frank here in the mid lane.
are scanning for enemies.
This would be a big kill if they can find like this Gyrocopter. But he is pretty far down behind his tier 2 tower. Top lane, they do have this ward that might scout Leo style, and it does. They're going to beeline it for this Dawnbreaker. Into the tree she goes, though. Cookie on forward, trying to jump to the south, and she is out.
Barely managed to make it out. They'd used all their stuns. The only person who had one left was MJZ, landing the Fire Blast. So nice escape there by Lupier. That's what the position 1 Dawnbreaker for, right? The Solar Guardian away.
Yep.
He hasn't used it to save any of his allies this game, but you know that's not important. He's the carry. That's what you got to understand here.
He's got to save himself first, you know. It's kind of like the whole, you know, in case of emergency and the mask drops down, you got to securely fasten the mask to yourself before helping others.
Yeah,
That's the mindset he has.
They clear up Roshan pretty quickly. Damage him from the Flesh Golem, making that quite a bit faster. I mean, here's the thing about the Position 1 Dawnbreaker. They just need a hero to stand in front. And they needed a Position 1 to be able to do that. They have the Gyrocopter in the mid lane. He's going to be doing the damage as this game goes on. It doesn't need to come from the Dawnbreaker. You're thinking in like 2D here, Ricky, where you gotta play 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They're thinking like 7D chess over here on Infamous. This team's good.
I believe it. Okay, that makes sense.
They don't conform to your ideas of playing Dota. If anyone is watching this game, please don't try to mimic what they're doing, though. You will grief my games. Thank you.
Really? Why is that, Neff?
Because I don't want to see a Position 1 Dawnbreaker in my game. Because I would in all likelihood not have a Gyrocopter in the mid lane.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
They'll have a Phantom Lancer and I'll have a Dawnbreaker at the end. And I'll go, huh, this sucks.
Tower is under attack.
And then I'll have like a mid Witch Doctor or something.
That sounds epic. I'm down for. I used to run Core Witch Doctor all the time. Back in the early days of Dota.
Unfortunately, it is not the same.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
grouped up now on Lava, trying to find the kill onto somebody. I think Luna probably wants to finish this I've got it before she looks for anything else. I mean, you're playing against several range heroes here. It's very useful against a gyrocopter. He probably wouldn't mind building an Ives Scotty himself either, alone. But right now he needs to finish up his BKB.
Lemire almost to this Radiance. Very close. 350 gold away.
Yeah, he's got to tank up after that. 2100 HP isn't enough.
One thing that's going well for Infamous is actually how farmed Michael is on this Tiny. He's got his Blink on his way to his Force Staff, which is pretty dang good.
Yeah.
Dyer's courier has been killed.
I do have a gem now on Moose that's been picked up.
Someone lays blame.
Not bad. I mean, they've got map control right now. They're the one doing the invading, and they can blow people up. They've got BKB and Chrysalis on Leo style, so if they're more than happy to take a fight, then they can use this gem to get the D-wards off everywhere. So they're going to fall further and further behind unless they make a move somewhat soon. But again, BKB on this gyrocopter is necessary, and he's going to have another 150 gold. I'm surprised he didn't pick up a Aghanim Scepter on the gyro, though.
Frank has his Ags. That is going to be scary. A second tier 2 tower falling in the bottom lane. They haven't wanted to commit the fort just for the threat of high ground, and I don't blame them. You've got Kataro on the Luna, who has an has the Aegis plus the BKBs to follow, and they are finally going to pressure the high ground. They've got their items on the way, and things are going to be real scary.
Yeah, BKB now done on the gyrocopter. They could take this fight. Near up in the top lane. I mean,
they get the toss out from Kataro. He just turns that around with the BKB and the Eclipse, trying to take down Michael, but he goes for the time lapse. He ends up getting him anyway, and now Weaver in a little bit of trouble here. Able to continue to Sakuchi away, but Frank, again, he's got this Ags. This man is so dang hard to kill. Tombstone about to expire, though. They're going to wait out this fortification. They've still got the Aegis. And that Meteor Hammer is going to take down this tower. No problem at all. Global Silence comes through. Laguna Blade, though, onto Lemire, gets time-lapse. He's fine. Snapfire is going to go down to the flat cannon here from Alone. Frank falling low as well. Silenced up and will be unable to escape. Kataro TP out in time. No, the last second. He went for the long TP to the top tower.
And he's going to die for this one. Gem Matrusite dropped over on, where is it? Inside the base? Yeah. They managed to get that at the very least. Ogre ends up putting it down, but they lose their position 1. They lose the position 3 and the Snapfire there. So things now turn around. The net worth finally evens out a little bit. It ends up being a 2k gold swing, 3k XP going the way of Infamous after that fight.
You're right. Pretty much all the damage is coming from Alone on this gyrocopter, and all he has is a BKB, really. Like, he just had BKB and a Javelin and still managed to dish out a ton of damage in this fight.
It was equal. It was, well, I think he ended up doing a lot more damage to Luna on the Dawnbreaker. But yeah, ended up doing like almost 5k damage on the gyrocopter, 4,500 on the Dawnbreaker in that fight. So both of them contributing. I don't like how little HP the Dawnbreaker has, though. I think the Radiance Echo Saber build means that she's not able to get on top of people in the fights, and she really has to be able to jump the backline and go get on this Lina. So next items all have to be for tanking up. She's got the BKB queued up next, and after that, I genuinely do think that she should get Heaven's Halberd. And
Alone, with his BKB, pretty much able to finish up the Dragonlance, rebuys the components for that one after previously disassembling. Leo style on his way to a Shadow Blade, going for the Silver Edge, as I would guess.
Mm-hmm.
What have we here?
It looks like it, yeah.
Bounty killing.
I mean, Silver Edge is just like the most popular item at the moment. That item does way too much damage. Even though it ended up getting hit with a nerf, I do prefer it to Daedalus on the Lina. You just sit pretty far back, I think, to his Grove Bow as well.
Yeah, it's a real good find right there.
So you don't need as much to pick up a Dragonlance Force Staff in this game if you've got this Grove Bow.
Sacred doing a really good job at cutting the waves right now. They want to continue to try and push bottom as much as possible here on Lava and keep Infamous down here, but Sacred just making it way too hard for them.
Dyer's top tower is under attack.
Get this one out. I don't think they'd be able to catch him though. Leo Styles gonna try.
And Shadowblade, it's there. He's going for the TP out. He's gonna find him. Sacred in some trouble with the body slam from Moose. They grab him.
Right,
So finally punished, but it took him a bit, and he still accomplished his goal. He cut multiple waves. Alone top lane, pops the BKB, tries to get on top of the Snapfire, who, yeah, isn't too worried. Alone just forced the TP instead.
Did it just BKB? No, it was second. Still unfortunate. I realized that the situation was probably not as easy as he thought it would be after hiding in the trees and having several enemies jump him. So getting out is the best thing we could have done there. But they're going to put the pressure on after they see these BKBs get forced. They know Weaver's still dead. Don't have it available now on the Gyrocopter, so Leo Styles shoving down the mid lane. Within 50 seconds till
mid lane, Michael comes in, but Leo Styles gets the BKB off right away, turning his attention on over to Lumiere. Her BKB's not done. If they get the stun, she's in so much trouble, but gets clipped just barely by the silencer there. Slowing him down just enough, and now Michael is going to turn his attention on over to the Snapfire, trying to get the toss out. Ends up throwing him to the creeps, but falling a little bit low himself. Does need to be careful as Kataro's rotating in. There's going to be the mortal kisses. They're going to use it just to secure that one. Alone doesn't have a BKB. Knight comes through. If they can kill this Gyrocopter, it is a huge win. There's going to be the blast. They get the Eclipse. Time lapse back, but it's right into the enemy team anyway. Solar Guardian trying to keep him alive. He's getting so much healing out of it, but it's not enough. Kataro now needs to be the one to leave. It's going to be Lumiere chasing after him, surrounded by 4. They get the kill. 3 heroes down here on the side of Lava. Frank, the only survivor, but not for long. Spirit Vessel just way too good here from Sacred.
The healing was enough. It kept him alive for long enough for the Gyrocopter to get off all of his flat cannon charges, and they ended up doing a ton of damage on that Dawnbreaker as well. 5k damage coming in after you hit him with that Solar Guardian. That was absolutely insane. I mean, there's the damage coming up from this position 5, this position 1 Dawnbreaker.
Yeah,
Gyrocopter, he didn't quite manage to get the BKB off, unfortunately, but once this guy gets himself a Satanic, and he's getting healed up by Lumiere, you're not going to be able to bring him down anymore. But a little bit of an overextension there for sure. I mean, they're feeling super confidently, like, outplayed them a couple times. Originally Tiny trying to do the jump, toss them back. Lewis managed to pop his BKB before that one. He's sitting so low on Gyrocopter, you think, okay, if I can just finish this guy off, the fight is going to be completely different. But the fact that he finishes all of his flat cannon attacks means, again, you just lose the fight and Dawnbreaker's in. They were too hard committed at that point.
Yeah.
Now things will probably pick up in just a moment. Again, Roshan going to respond in the next 30 seconds. Lava's next goal is to try to control this area, get themselves the Roshan, because I think if you like waste global science, you're going to be able to take a fight pretty easily against Infamous. You could kind of bait your first life, let them to waste a big cooldown spell like that, and just come back in afterwards.
Radiant are scanning for enemies.
Scan comes out, yeah. It's not an easy go, though.
No.
In the Dire, they do have the ward on the backside here, but the target that they want, they find, and it's going to be Leo style.
An amazing find. He's not able to get out of that one with the Silver Edge, and this will, I mean, he's got no buyback available. This will allow him to clean up Roche. They can't take this fight without Leo. MJZ, I think he wants to try. He knows that they're in the pit now after Sakuchi came out like that. And Watercase is...
Oh, Alone is super low. Gets time-lapsed out. Undying's Tombstone is there doing some work. Alone's forced to BKB. Kataro doesn't get his off yet. There's going to be the Solar Guardian. They force staff up onto the high ground. They've got the vision here, and Lumiere's got to be careful. The Ignite's coming down from the high ground as well, slowing them up. They've managed to push them off the Roche.
Yeah, they buy themselves another 20 seconds they need. They're going to be just fine, but I don't think you just want to give them these 20 seconds. I think you guys just need to get back in the pit.
They smoke right up. They saw the Radiance burn, though. They know they're on the backside. Lumiere kind of giving that one away. Jumps in, gets stunned right away, and he's just dead, I think. He's got to get help or else he's in trouble. There's the time lapse right in from Sacred. This off-lane Weaver is doing so much work as Undying now going to throw his body at the enemy, try and keep himself alive, but Leo Style only takes down the Silencer, who's just gonna buy back right into the game alone. Stunned up. A really nice cookie there from 2, but tossed on in. Another time lapse just in time to keep Alone alive, and now Leo Style falling so low. They managed to take down Kataro. Leo Style running his way back to the base, and Moose unable to get away.
Tries to deny himself some neutral creeps there, but could not pull that one off. At the very least, you get out there on Lena, but now you're going to give up the Roshan. It could not take that fight. And Michael, he keeps on finding the backline. This is the issue that I have with their draft. They have nobody to put in front of the enemies. Everyone's trying to kite them and run away. And that makes it pretty easy for them to get on top of anybody here. It's position 1 Dawnbreaker, it's doing it.
Dude, this is just all Sacred, man. He's literally saved his team like 3 times with these time lapses.
I'll give it up. The time lapses, like, they are wasting so many abilities on people in their initiations. They're just getting completely botched, and the fact that Sacred manages to stay alive, keeps allies alive in these fights. But again, you've got nobody to put forward to scout Sacred's location, so you're never going to be able to get on top of them in these team fights. You don't have amazing jump with any of your heroes. You don't have a frontliner. So the Weaver's game becomes very easy if he's able to play, like, if you're playing back for the Weaver, he doesn't need to sit super far away. The time lapses are basically free. And now, yeah, they've got the Aegis on the Dawn, or sorry, they've got the Aegis on the Gyrocopter, the Dawnbreaker, working on Eye of Scotty right now. Once he gets this, there's going to be no getting away from him. But I think they're going to work on all the outer towers before they try to take high ground here.
Infamous looking really good here. Leo Style is going to find a DD rune. Not bad, but they have not been able to play on the Infamous side of the map for quite a while now. His offlane Undying has really fallen off. Despite being more farmed than the Weaver, Sacred's contribution to this game is just so much further ahead. Frank will get out with the TP just in time. Michael not there with the Avalanche.
Slightly too slow.
Bottom lane, Moose is looking for Lumiere. Cookie forward, he actually misses it. Lumiere gonna be forced to BKB here, I think. Leo Style with a DD rune. Oh, he gets the stun. He tries to cast a Solar Guardian, but he gets away. Toss in from Michael. Can Leo Style get out? Forced to BKB and TP home. He almost dies.
Just barely managed to live. Doesn't get the stun off on him with that last swipe of the Starbreaker because of that BKB though. But Lumiere, he got punished so hard for trying to pop in Solar Guardian before his BKB. That was a pretty hefty mistake that he made there. Over in the mid lane though, Frank, he's forced to pop his own BKB. This 9-second to walk away from this one.
And they find MJZ as well, which I think you're gonna take a lot of damage from this Silencer.
Oh god, those missiles really do hurt.
Yeah.
I wonder if he's gonna get the 16 rocket barrage damage talent at 20 if he's got this shard.
Nah,
he might
no
as
way.
well, right?
The 30 movement speed is just so good.
Come on.
Because late game, you just want to get rid of boots, and that like talent like makes it so you can actually do it.
Boo. Boring, Ricky.
It is pretty funny though, I'll be honest.
Imagine if you like somebody's trying to force staff or walk away from a homing missile and they just die to the rockets.
I actually have seen it happen.
Yeah.
I watched someone like I think it was a support silencer actually get 100-0'd by a missiles rocket barrage.
I'm excited for Alone to get this. He's got no mana right now.
Leo Style, Light Strike Array on the mark, but it catches the Weaver. Can they bring him down in time? The time lapse. He gets saved by the Aeon, just pops it just in time. They're gonna turn it around. Lumiere with the BKB looking to get on top of these heroes, but trying to kite it out for now. Dawnbreaker in a little bit of trouble. There's no time lapse right now. Gyrocopter falls low. That's gonna be his Aegis, but Moose in trouble. Solar Guardian comes out. Space for the Dawnbreaker. She still goes down. Frank on the backside, staying on top of Michael, trying to prevent him from getting into this fight. And Kataro trying to get on top of Alone's Gyrocopter. There's still a Tombstone here, providing the slows, providing the vision. Sacred, he's got a time lapse to keep him in this game, but he's going to send him right back into the enemy team, and it's exactly what happens. Cookie forward Alone. He goes down.
Had nothing to do about that one. Unfortunately, just wasn't able to pop that time lapse on him on his ally. Sacred used it on himself before the team fight on Sacred. So the one time that he wasn't able to help people. But a lot of damage coming off from this Lena. They end up clipping the Dawnbreaker as well with a couple of crits while she was on her way out with the Solar Guardian.
Yeah, they did.
That unfortunately, Solar Garden doesn't disjoint projectiles after you do launch into the air. It's one of the few like teleportation blink abilities that work like that at the moment.
Gonna focus their attention here on the mid tier 2 tower, the last remaining one of the game. They do have fortification, but something that they'll definitely want to save for the high ground is there's no buyback on Lumiere or Excel here. The gyrocopters is available, but it is a costly defense here if they're forced to buy back on this gyro. Gonna go ahead and focus down the range barracks, move their attention on over to the melee. Mid lane's gonna be next, and Kataro here on the Luna with the Bloodlust as well is gonna make such quick work of these. I think they just back after this, right?
Yeah, you probably do. Yeah, that's what they're doing. They don't want to risk this too much.
Actually, smoke up. They might try and make a play here outside Infamous's base, but they do have to be careful.
It's hard. They're probably concerned they have vision and they don't want to be caught on the way back out. They do have a couple of useful things to catch, and again, they don't have a front line who can kind of play anchor for them as they disengage.
Counter smoke here
Use
from
that term
Infamous.
Right? Anchor, is that it?
What is it? Anchor?
Yeah. Someone who's like the last person to leave.
Yeah, that'd be
Is there a word
correct.
for that?
Yeah.
Anchor?
I'd
Okay.
call him the anchor.
Cool. You're the MMO player here.
Anchor is usually are like reserved for people that like are not supposed to like leave a certain area. So like when you're playing like a King of the Hill style map, you have like certain anchors on points who are like, you don't leave this point.
I see.
Just education stuff here for neph, you know, a
Yeah.
non-experienced MMO player.
Yeah, non-gamer.
They're actually
Fake.
just gonna go for a play. I mean, oh my god, they're going for like a sneaky little wraparound here. The creeps pushing in from the bottom wave. If they had found Lumiere, that would have been.
Alone's gonna go for top if they try to push in the bottom. Keep our eyes peeled here.
Did get the scanner on the high ground. They know they're there, but
He's afraid to risk it. He's waiting for someone to show himself if he wants to TP back and take a favorable fight. They're trying to force a 4v5 engagement. But nobody's biting, unfortunately. And I don't think they should bite either. Another minute and a half till we're going to see the respawn time of Roche. And they probably realize, hey, it's been a little while since we've seen Gyrocopter. What if we were to go on a little scouting mission here?
does he have a ninja
Get
gear?
back to our outpost.
He does.
The gyro?
Yeah, he does.
Yeah. That's nice.
Kataro also has a ninja gear. His own smoke popped there, knowing Sacred's in front of him, so he just force staffs away.
Yeah. Alright, so this guy could just get rid of his boots now because he's got the movement speed talent and the ninja gear.
Yeah.
Those two together give you more than the power treads, but he doesn't have anything to slot in there at the moment.
Yeah, no reason to sell him yet, but it will be something that is a possibility late game. Kataro does have the shard now for the ground target. Michael, the avalanche, the toss back's gonna find the Ogre Magi. Lumiere comes in super aggressively. Gonna have to BKB potentially. Now able to survive for now. Buyback on the Ogre comes out. Frank affected by that curse. Can't really do a whole lot quite yet, but you got the Flesh Golem. A very big cooldown here from Lava, and you got a buyback on the Ogre.
Well, still not as bad as committing like, global silence and the Solar Guardian there. The global silence is really going to hurt. This is pretty crucial to team fights.
I mean, Global Silence will be up before the Flesh Golem. Flesh Golem's a long cooldown.
That's true. But your bags are a little bit more against the wall here on
Kataro manages to find the silencer. Bugs are out. They're going to want to be able to check the Roshan soon. It's going to be 2 minutes and 40 seconds, so a long respawn.
They're going to be playing pretty close to the pit regardless, though, because they don't know when it's going to respawn. But I think his given alone the confidence to actually shove this wave out. I think the enemies are going to be playing inside the Roche pit. Where's he going? He's just hanging out in the trees up here? Alright, he's heading home. He can... I think he can afford a butterfly, or just about. He's almost got the gold for it. I think he's just going to buy out for this thing.
Buying out for a butterfly right now, especially with Roshan coming up as an objective, is going to be very scary. They do have a really good ward here on the back side of the Roche here from Lava, so they can use this to scout this whole line. Not easily dewarded either, as it's going to be out of range from the sentry on the high ground, so... See if they can keep that. Frank Gonna be the one playing aggressive here, trying to move forward. Neither team really has a lot of vision on the map at all.
No. I mean, Dai's got in their own jungle right now because they're worried about the gyrocopter. But nobody able to scout out the enemy teams yet. Sacred.
He's got to be careful. He's stunned up. But Toss kind of sending him back, but not really. Just a little bit of assist there from. Does he have Toss requires no target? He does. All right. Global Silence comes out. Leo Style pops the BKB. Frank goes in as well. The Tombstone's down, but it's almost already dead as Alone just tunneling it. Backside of the fight is Leo Style trying to run for his life. It looks like he is going to make it away, but now they're turning their attention on over to Frank. This guy, he's pretty damn tanky, and now Leo Style comes back in. He cannot really help find these kills. And they're going to look for more here. Kotaro already BKB'd himself. Moo's going to link up onto the high ground and TP home. MJZ not going to be as lucky here, it seems. They jump forward here on Alone, and plenty of damage coming in from the gyrocopter and this Weaver.
They lose the 2 supports, but that's going to be it. So the real benefit of this is the fact that you've now taken the area around the Roche pit. You've got 35 seconds till it respawns. If we got back up now, it would be amazing. He'd be able to very easily snatch the Aegis, but they have time to put themselves in position again here on Lava.
His style really needs to be careful here. He wants to cut this mid lane, but ooh. Okay, they still don't see him. But they do have vision of Lumiere here. Sacred's got vision on the whole backside.
Yeah. You can see Kotaro and Moose here. I don't know who they go for. Probably
Kotaro has no BKB, so they know.
Yeah.
That's their target. It would just be like Michael jumping in and then a no Solar Guardian, so not an easy kill, but they might be able to pull it off. Do have to be careful. This hero does a lot of damage.
Yep.
They're pinging Kotaro. They want to go. Cookie's out, but Michael in pursuit. Force staff number 2 comes through. Leo Style is here. They are going to toss in Lumiere, and Kotaro just getting crushed here. Second Starbreaker charge comes out, and he goes down. Just like that. 95 seconds without the Luna now.
Odd how the Dawnbreaker carries and beats Luna. Curious.
I would say part of that is the fact that they just did not respect the stuns there, or the chase rather.
Yeah, the double Starbreaker did a lot of damage there. And there's no getting away from that Eye of Scotty slow. 50%. Once the Dawnbreaker's on top of you, you're not going to be able to get away, unfortunately. So nice toss there by Michael, gapping that distance. And with no buyback on Luna, this is going to go for a second rack. I'm not sure they'll be able to take 3.
They're gonna. They can try, actually. I don't think they have the damage without Luna to take any of these fights. But they're gonna back, so there are creeps in their base.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the difference of having a BKB and not. I mean, if Luna has BKB there, she just turns around and fights, but she is really under-farmed for being this far into the game. Like, Dawnbreaker has 5k more net worth than her, or 4k more net worth than her.
Yep. At least she does now. She didn't before. She ended up going down there. Ended up being a pretty big net worth swing.
Roshan now under siege Alone. Should make quick work of it with the help of Sacred as well. Frank knows they're in there. Can drop a tombstone, but just going to start stacking these decays. He goes in. Mortimer Kisses come out. Michael, nice avalanche toss, sends in Leo Style. He pops the BKB. The Roshan, it's dying though. The click for the items. Who's going to get it? It's going to be on Alone. Leo Style goes down, has buyback, but the damage is done.
Leo Style is down.
He got the free Ags as well.
Yeah, I'm not sure how they defend from this one. They've got 1 Rax left. You have to buy back now on Leo Style. You can't really wait for this. I mean, maybe you take them by surprise. They think Leo's dead if they try to go to tier 4 or something, but no. They're going to go for the safer option. Go for the tier 4 towers. And Lumiere trying to zone the enemies out.
The damage from Gyro, my goodness. Frank is just getting melted here. Speaking of Lumiere, though, time-lapse, BKB is going to get pops there, so he's back into the fight. Forward, Excel, tries to force after low ground, doesn't actually make it. Kotaro forced the BKB, moves, just getting shredded here, and does end up falling. Now turning around onto the Dawnbreaker. BKB, not going to save her this time. Alone, in some trouble. She buys back, in comes with the Solar Guardian, and Leo Style's got to be careful. Lumiere's right on top of him, and Kotaro nowhere to go, surrounded by the rest of Infamous, gonna fall without buyback.
Yeah, And it's not going to be long before they call out GG here. I'm not sure they defend without this Luna, but again, their backline, their Luna is so susceptible getting gone on. Nobody can really scout for their team. Everybody just melts after the amount of damage they now have on Infamous.
Yep, Leo Style trying to run away here on this Lina. Spiderlegs makes it up onto the high ground, but he is still just getting pelted here by this gyrocopter, and doesn't matter. Alone's just too damn strong. Double kill inside the fountain.
That's all 5 heroes dead. Gyrocopter ends up suicide. They're not closing out the game. There's a BM coming out here from the Infamous side.
BKB in from the Undying. This man does not seem nearly as strong as he was earlier in this game. This hero, just a punching bag.
Yeah, couldn't really accomplish anything for the second half. I mean, yes, he farms a little bit faster than he did before, thanks to Change of Decay, but that's about it. Other than that, it still felt like a very weak, slow hero that, drops Decay, uses Soul Rip every so often to heal people back up. Couldn't contribute too much. And the GG is called. Leo, in fact, he disconnects, and Infamous, they take the first game of the series, showing their strength, showing that they're the top dogs. Both Thunder and Predator were on break.
They're a good team, man.
Yeah. I don't know. They did have a little bit of an odd lineup here on Infamous. We didn't know where people were going to go, but I do think the position 1 Dawnbreaker worked, and part of the reason for that was the fact these heroes that you're playing against, not a super hard, huge amount of lockdown. Everybody on this team can't really frontline. You can't scout things out, so you don't know where Lumia is going to be coming from. It made getting him off you once he was on your range heroes just too difficult.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense when you were talking about earlier. You pair it with a mid gyrocopter who builds like a real carry, ends up doing like 60k damage this game. Absolutely owning. I mean, big shout out to Sacred, who had some absolute game-winning time lapses, like fight after fight, saving the Dawnbreaker, the gyro, sometimes more. It was just really good to watch, and a fresh reminder of why a lot of people were respecting Sacred's Weaver in the last tournament, not letting him get this hero, either deny picking it or just banning it outright. And yeah, well played by Infamous. They take game 1 here in the best of 2.
Yeah. But it's going to be it for this game. We're going to go for a short break, and we're back. We'll have game number 2. But yeah, sick gameplay there, sick drafting there by Infamous. I really do like things outside the box, like Dawnbreaker. As long as they're not in my games. I like seeing them when other people are enduring the tests.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
All right, everyone, stay tuned for more. We'll be back after a short break. This is the BTS Pro Series Season number 9 on Beyond the Summit. We'll see you in a bit.